Millions welcomed the mustachioed hero into their homes every week as the face of American machismo. From high-speed vehicle chases in Magnum P.I. to family dinners in Blue Bloods, Tom Selleck had it all. Fame, money, and 50-year career. Beyond the attractive smile and gruff look, his narrative is one of sacrifice, isolation, and a slow, agonizing encounter with time. His path from fame to a 63-acre avocado ranch has been unpredictable. What became of the Hollywood king? Discover the truth. Hollywood nearly missed Tom's rise through rejection. Tom Selleck wasn't Hollywood-born. Family agents, trust funds, and childhood commercial roles were absent. His background was working class. Born January 29, 1945, in Detroit, Michigan, parents Martha and Robert Dean Selleck, real estate executives. His family descended from 1600s English settlers in Massachusetts. Blue-collar roots, not Hollywood glamour. When Tom was 3, the Sellecks moved to Sherman Oaks, California, in 1948. The goal was practicality, not stardom. Hard work and modest principles drove a simple, controlled life. Tom was notable for athletics in high school, not acting. He excelled in basketball at 6 feet 4 inches with big shoulders and discipline. He joined the USC Trojans and studied business administration after receiving a scholarship for his basketball skills. He had no interest in acting. He wanted to wear a suit, work in real estate like his father, and advance in business. However, a drama coach spotted something attractive about him in his junior year. Tom tried auditioning after being encouraged. A whim became a calling rapidly. He quit USC in his final year to study acting with Milton Katsalis at the Beverly Hills Playhouse. He confused others with his decision. He had no industrial contacts or safety net, but he was patient and believed. Following was a rigorous test of both. Selleck scraped by doing whatever to get on screen in the late 1960s and early 1970s. His ads included Pepsi, Salem cigarettes, Chaz cologne, and Right Guard deodorant. He had the mustache before it was cool. He lost 2 dating game contests. Exposure helped him pay rent, not open doors. He filmed an ad with Rising Farrah Fawcett. Even that fame didn't provide chances. Many of his dozens of auditions were rejected. Many of his screen tests were rejected due to nonspecific comments like too tall, stiff, or wrong. He was marginalized by an industry that didn't perceive his potential for nearly a decade. As his patience waned, the Vietnam War draft arrived. Tom joined the California National Guard instead of deferring or quitting. From 1967 to 1973, he balanced drills, weekend training, auditions, and acting lessons in the 160th Infantry Regiment, serving honorably. Tom learned discipline in uniform as his peers gained IMDb credits. Even after his service, roles were difficult. He appeared in several low-budget films, notably Daughters of Satan, and brief TV roles. Acting as Lance White, a too-good-to-be-true private detective on the Rockford Files, ultimately brought him recognition, but not a breakthrough. The 1970s ended with Tom Selleck, 35, still without a prominent role. He had 6 failed pilots, so most casting directors stopped calling. He was tall, gorgeous, and likable. Hollywood was already seeking newcomers. Not hot, he was forgotten. Magnum P.I. changed everything. It redefined his career, not just saved it. The lengthy journey to that moment was filled with frustration, rejection, and an unusual refusal to quit. Tom Selleck earned his shot the hard way. Magnum or Indiana Jones, the life-changing choice. By the early 1980s, Tom Selleck had worked in the industry for nearly a decade, starring in failed pilots and low-budget films. In 1980, everything changed. CBS cast him as Thomas Magnum, a laid-back yet intelligent Hawaii private detective in Magnum P.I., one of the decade's most influential shows. It was the role, not just another. Finally, Selleck led. But just as Magnum was about to start filming, Steven Spielberg called. The young director, fresh off Jaws and Close Encounters of the Third Kind, wanted Selleck for the lead in Raiders of the Lost Ark, which he was producing with George Lucas. Spielberg liked Selleck's screen test. His studio wanted him to play Indiana Jones, the fedora-wearing, whip-cracking archaeologist. There was one issue. CBS wouldn't release Tom from his contract. Although Selleck was interested and the potential was large, the network refused to release him. Selleck said individuals pressured him to find a loophole and fake an ailment. He refused to cause a scheduling conflict or break the contract. He later said he committed. "I must look my parents in the eye. Honor, not desire, drove this rare Hollywood decision." An ironic writer's strike delayed Magnum production by 6 months. Having pushed harder or played rough, he could have recorded Raiders and returned in time, but the moment passed. Harrison Ford was cast instead of Selleck, who was second. Raiders of the Lost Ark was a box office smash in 1981, starting one of the most famous film franchises. Missing Indiana Jones might have ruined a career for other actors, but not Tom. His needs were met by Magnum P.I. Launched in December 1980, the show soon gained popularity. Viewers liked the action, humor, and poignant moments. They loved Selleck. His mustache, Detroit Tigers baseball cap, and Ferrari 308 GTS were beloved by millions. Mid-1980s Magnum was a cultural institution, and Selleck was a star. He won an Emmy for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series in 1985. The series won many Golden Globes and topped syndication ratings for years. However, things weren't easy behind the scenes. Long days and sweltering temperatures, hard schedules, and physical and mental strain made filming in Hawaii exhausting. Many show productions left little time for leisure or personal life. Selleck began to doubt the series' toll. Off camera, something extraordinary occurred. He met Gilly Joan Mack in 1983 while filming Lassiter, a World War II film, in London. Their bond was instant. Their 1987 wedding was discreet and private after years of courting. Tom thought about something other than his next project for the first time in decades. Family was on his mind. After 8 seasons and 163 episodes, Magnum P.I. ended in 1988. CBS didn't cancel, but Selleck wanted to leave. He was fatigued and no longer wanted to be a screen symbol. Though personal, the choice confused Hollywood and disappointed fans. Tom wanted time to live, not perform. Ranching saved his soul, trading fame for family. Tom Selleck bought a 63-acre Hidden Valley avocado ranch in 1988. Dean Martin owned the land, but Selleck made it more than real estate. Redemption. After years of media and studio exec pressure, he traded the red carpet for dusty boots and irrigation pipes. Move wasn't for show. He wanted to raise a family and work with his hands. He married Gilly privately in 1987. Their daughter Hannah arrived a year later. Selleck didn't want part-time parenting. He left Hollywood voluntarily. "I left Magnum to start a family," he told Closer Weekly in 2018. "It took me a while to get off the train, but this ranch has helped me maintain equilibrium." Life wasn't easy. A local water district sued him in 2015 for moving over 1 million gallons of water to irrigate his avocado farm during a historic California drought. Case made headlines, memes spread, but he discreetly paid $22,000 for investigative charges and continued his quiet existence. Despite his dislike of the gym, he said he would never skip a ranch workout. Hannah grew up around horses and pastures. Her father is her biggest fan as an equestrian. Selleck had a full life away from the cameras as Hollywood speculated about his quiet. He never quit the business. Reimagining Magnum, Jesse Stone, and others. Tom Selleck returned to television in the 2000s as a very different Thomas Magnum. Jesse Stone, a drunken small-town police chief with a broken history. He stripped away the charm and showed audiences vulnerability. The TV movies were based on Robert B. Parker's novels, but Selleck wrote Thin Ice. He did more than perform in these films. He shaped the series' spirit, writing, and producing. His humble performance was lauded. Honesty appealed to fans. His 2007 Emmy nomination was for Best Lead Actor in a Miniseries or Movie. It was a quiet but appreciated second wind. Starting in 2010, Selleck played Frank Reagan on CBS's Blue Bloods. He ground the show as the stern New York City police commissioner for 14 seasons. One of the few current police procedurals to emphasize family and crime. He wasn't meant to rule every scene. "I planned that," he said. "I wanted a family focus." The show ended in 2024, CBS said. Selleck offered a 25% pay cut to continue. The cast was family, the crew was devoted, and for him, meaning was more important than money. "Still winning our time slot." He answered, "I'll keep believing CBS will change." The network didn't move, so the curtain collapsed. Fighting period, private conflict. No one predicted it. Even as praises stream in for his decades-long career behind the scenes, Tom Selleck quietly fights his most personal struggle against time, suffering, and the steady loss of bodily independence. Concerned fans saw the 79-year-old actor moving awkwardly in the San Fernando Valley in early 2025. He supported his truck in a Frank video online. He walked slowly and seemed exhausted. His large vertical scars on both knees, a reminder of previous surgery, stunned many. Selleck reportedly had 2 knee replacements. A procedure typical for folks with decades of wear and tear that takes intense physical therapy and mental strength to recover from. A family source told Closer Weekly he's doing well. He tries in therapy, but it's slow. Some days he needs help crossing the room. Some insiders said doctors considered a walker if growth stalled. Tom was apparently struck by that practical suggestion. This stage of life seems incomprehensible to a man who once sprinted across television screens as the nimble, charismatic Thomas Magnum or confidently patrolled the streets as Commissioner Frank Reagan in Blue Bloods. He no longer jumps from helicopters or pursues suspects. Blue Bloods' 14-year hiatus has left an emotional gap, compounding the strain. That show was his goal, said the person. Absent it, more time has been spent sitting. Sitting still causes pain. Tom apparently found consolation in eating and gained weight due to the physical anguish. He may weigh over 350 pounds, 150 pounds more than at his prime in the 1980s. Friends believe this has slowed his rehabilitation and strained his joints. Tom Selleck refuses to give up. He maintains his California ranch by tending to his avocado trees, feeding animals, and doing what his body allows. You Never Know, his long-awaited memoir, is being quietly written to share his knowledge from years of celebrity, struggle, and self-reinvention. Tom Selleck left Hollywood, but he never ceased being present in his family, career, and self-made life. Do you still watch Tom Selleck? Share in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this story.